Welcome to the channel, everyone. Today I'm going to start a new series called Under the Hood. It's basically in response to some of the questions I received on Facebook and here on the channel. Um, it's really hard to uh, try and answer some of these questions without writing paragraphs in the comments, so I just thought I would start a series and go over some of the components of these rigs and hopefully answer some of your questions. So today we're going to start with this guy. He's one of my favorites. It started life as a just a regular VS 410 Phoenix, and I got the different parts and pieces to swap it over to the original Origin body, which is one of my favorite bodies. It's just got that classic look to it. It's a great looking rig. Um, so one of the questions I get a lot is what color. Um, so there's three layers to this truck. I started out with a bright silver, and I used mostly Tamiya paint. Um, but I started out with a bright silver, and then I backed it with a dark gunmetal gray. And yeah, it just kind of gives it a little bit more depth, and turns out pretty good. It's a good looking color. Um, it does have the full interior in it. I haven't gotten into guys in my rigs yet, but I'm working on it. I'm doing a little research. But yeah, just the original body. One of my favorite motors is Holmes Hobbies. I think he's a great dude. He's kind of the, in my opinion, anyway, the Einstein of um, modern day RC crawler motors. He's a stud when it comes to this stuff, and um, I like to support those kinds of guys. And yeah, so the motor in this guy is the Holmes Hobbies Deluxe Fab Team Spec Revolver Stumpy 2000 kV motor. It's an outrunner motor. That's a mouthful to try and get out, but that's what she is. And it's connected to the original Vanquish 3-gear transmission, and I do have the dig option on it as well. Um, I find that I don't use the dig a lot. Um, in a lot of, if I'm just out, messing around, I do use it sometimes to kind of, get through those tight spots. But I find myself not using it as much as I would think that I would. It's connected to the Furitek Python X Team Spec ESC. That's a 80 to 120 amp. It's a 2 to 4S ESC. I haven't had any problems with it. It has probably the best control and field of control, FOC, um, of anything I use. It's a great ESC. It does have a tendency to get a little warm sometimes, but haven't had any issues with it overheating or anything like that. The servos, on this one, I have the Tekin T360 for the steering and the T120 for the dig. And I'm with you guys, they're expensive. But the main reason I do it is that they are here locally to me. They're out of McCall, Idaho, and I really like to try and support them. They've been around a long time. I remember having Tekin servos in my rigs back in, the late 80s. Great company, they're great people, so I really try and support them. I'd like to see them keep going. The shocks. So I had a question on this in particularly. So if you notice, in the front, I'm running a 90 millimeter shock tower, or an extended shock tower, that Vanquish sells. And then the back, I'm running an 80 millimeter standard shock tower. So in the front, I'm running 90 millimeter Reefs XP10 shocks, and in the rear I'm running 80 millimeter. And what that does is um, I don't have any weights in this car. There's no portal weights. There's no brass in this at all. It's a pretty light car. It's like 5.45 pounds or something like that. And what this does is when I get kind of high centered um, on this flat plate chassis, this gives me a little bit more extension in the front to try and grab, and it works really well. You can tell in the videos that this thing does pretty good about getting over obstacles. Um, it's pretty sound. It's uh, very stable. It seems to balance itself out pretty well. I'm not fancy enough to have scales and all that stuff to tell you exactly what all the weights are and the weight distribution on this, but um, you know, it shows it doesn't have any problems. Seems like, um, and the axle shafts I'm running just the standard Vanquish or Incision steel drive shafts. I think there's plenty of options out there. In my other rigs, I run Injora. Um, in my carbon, I'm running the Mias. Um, so I think they perform just as well. But this is what I had, so I put them in this one. Um, the tires. So I don't hear a lot about these tires. These are the trail burner tires. Um, these are fantastic tires for especially the area that I live in. Um, a lot of sandstone and granite. Um, these tires are hard to beat. They perform really well. They're very compliant. They have a good sidewall to them. They're not a flimsy sidewall. I don't have issues with them folding over when I'm side hilling or anything like that. They're one of my favorite tires, and for the money, I think these are what, $25 for four or something like that. Um, it's pretty hard to beat. I I love them. I run them on two or three of my rigs, and they're connected to the SSD Warrior beadlocks. Um, I love Vanquish wheels, but they're pretty pricey. Um, and I think for the money, you can't beat SSD. And another brand that I run a lot of is Trio. Trio makes excellent wheels. They're made really well. Um, I'm all about supporting America and all that kind of stuff, right? But I also don't like to spend excess money where I don't need to. So I think the SSDs, um, Enjora makes good wheels, but especially SSD and Trio, they're pretty hard to beat. And I like it that the Trio comes with wheel weights. So on this one thing I get a lot of comments about on this is the axles. So these are Vanquish Curry um, portal axles. They were originally designed for the SCX10 with the center pumpkin. And a lot of people ask me why I run these instead of the Ultras or F10s or whatever. And the main reason is that on this transmission, it the plate is made for a four link, and this axle is made for a four link. And because one of the issues that if you're trying to convert the F10s and especially the F9s, unless you get this version, the F9 is specifically for a three link. And the F10s, if you're going to run a four link setup on the F10 axle, you basically have to get the on the axle servo mount because your fourth link mount is incorporated into that on the axle servo mount. So when I went with this skid plate, for the 3 gear, it's set up for a 4 link. So I found a set of these on eBay and got a pretty good deal on them. And that's what I went with. And again, the video kind of speaks for itself. Um, they do fantastic. I don't have any problems with them at all. Um, the only thing that I did do was I increased the overdrive by changing the gearing in the portals themselves, because this transmission doesn't have overdrive. And I just changed those out. I think it's running, I think 12%, if I remember right, 11 to 12% overdrive. So not a lot, but enough, and works really well. But basically, that's the majority of this guy here. If you guys have any questions or comments, I'd love to hear them. I'd like to hear about your builds. I sincerely, I really enjoy like RCRD um, and others that have commented and actually talked to me about their builds and stuff. I really enjoy the hobby, and I could probably make a video on why I enjoy it so much. Um, but we'll see. That might be in the future. But anyway, that's the VS410 Origin. Um, if you guys have any questions, like I said, let me know in the comments. And I appreciate you watching. If you like the videos, please like and subscribe. I really don't like saying that, but that's just the YouTube thing, if you like someone's comment or content, um, that really helps support them. And if you would, my subscribers, the guys that have subscribed to me, um, I've subscribed to them, and I really appreciate their support. And if you like my channel, check out some of the guys I subscribe to. It's great fellas, great rigs, got some great videos, and I appreciate our community. Well, hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.